Are you?
I am
There are dozens of game launchers and marketplaces available right now. A handful of them exist because they have extremely popular games on them and want to maximize their profit without a middleman. One of them gives away 2 free games every week, and Steam just exists and wins. Well, it's actually a lot more complicated than that. Despite the service being old enough to drink in America and suffering from almost every AAA gaming company out there trying to outdo it, Steam still reigns as the ultimate gaming marketplace with 132 million average users each month. But when the service first launched, it was nothing like the Steam we know and love today. In the early 2000s, Valve faced a serious problem with their games, which was updating them.
Oh god.
It wasn't the development of the updates that was the problem. It was getting players to download the updated files that sucked for everybody. To make sure you could play with everybody else, you had to go on Valve servers and download the files from there, which was pretty inconvenient since you couldn't have the update automatically installed for when you get back from work, wake up in the morning, or returned from going outside for the first time in centuries because you were too busy playing Star Wars Knights of the Republic. And on that day, September 12th, 2003, Steam released for the convenience of mostly Counter-Strike players all around the world, and the service continued to be used as a spot where people could play Valve's games. And it's not like their games weren't good enough to justify having a separate app for them. They were insane for the time, and even if you go back in your library and play Half-Life 2 in the modern day, it's still a fun experience because of its physics-based gameplay.
Don't drink the water. They put something in it to make you forget.
It's safer here.
Half-Life is amazing.
Watch it, will you?
Ambience.
There's still one Half-Life game I haven't played. I don't remember which one it is. There's a few, actually a few of them I haven't played.
Track, Barney, and luscious water reflections. At this point in Valve's lifespan, they had already changed the industry in ways nobody could have anticipated. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas has a few different versions of it on the PlayStation 2 because Rockstar couldn't just update the game through digital distribution, and instead had to physically re-release the game without anybody knowing. And this happened quite a few times among a bunch of different physical titles. But because of Valve's new creation, which was Steam updating games post-release, it was finally possible through that service. And to this day, Valve keeps their games even from 20 years ago up to date using
this is insane.
that feature Steam was made for. I sure wish other companies would keep their older games up to date instead of just letting them decay under the weight of new drivers while keeping them at an $80 price tag. Aside from my gripes and cries of grief, Steam was flying from the early to late 2000s, getting more games from more publishers all the time, and eventually it became the PC gaming storefront, claiming 75% of digital video game sales in 2013.
Honestly though, I will say, man, Steam, I don't think Steam can ever like get knocked off at this point. At this point, they are so solidified as just like, this is where you get games if you're on the PC. Because they have so crazy freaking policies as well. You can buy a game on Steam, and no matter what, if you played under 2 hours, you can refund the game with like no recourse. You can just do it no matter what. It's freaking insane. That's how you fall when you get complacent. I mean, at the end of the day, if they just keep updating their games and they keep like having, you know, good sales, good deals for people to buy games, what else would you want from a platform? You know, there's awesome deals, there's bundle sales, you get an under 2 hour refund if you don't like the games. I mean, and there's updates. Like, what else would you want from a store, quote unquote, right? You can also refund over 2 hours, but it's a little RNG if they accept it. Yeah. GOG for the old games? Yeah, GOG for older games. Steam is not very great for old games. I do agree with that, Bluebender. GOG is good for that. I got Heroes of Might and Magic on GOG. Subscription-based games? I mean, World of Warcraft is one of those, right?
2013. However, Steam also took and takes 30% of a game's cut when it gets purchased.
Look at that.
So if you pay $90 for a video game, the developer will only get 63 of those dollars. Now,
that's actually kind of insane when you think about it. Damn! Oh shit! Damn! Gaben! Holy shit. Maybe that's enough money to release Half-Life 3, guys. Who knows?
Now, it can be debated whether this is good or bad, but one thing's for certain, it's the industry standard. The PlayStation and Xbox digital storefronts take a 30% cut of profits, and so does Nintendo,
I hate
GameStop,
PSN.
and basically every single service except the Epic Games Store. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. The Epic Games Launcher has its own problem, and
I don't know. I feel like the Epic Games Launcher, they just keep trying to bait people to get to use their platform by giving them free games. And it's just never freaking working because the platform is so much worse than Steam. When you go to Steam, it just works, bro. Like, everything just works. And everybody is on Steam, right? So, like, you have all your friends there, everybody's there, like, the games, the support, everything is so good. And Epic Launcher is like, oh, well, we're gonna give you a free game if you use our launcher. You get that game for the launcher. You only played that one game on Epic Games, and the rest you only go on Steam for. I only log into Epic Games once a week. Yeah. I give hundreds of games on Epic, only ever bought one of it. Yeah, you just go... Epic Games is where you go to just get free games, and that's it. Just imagine Half-Life 3 is already done, but it would be released on Gaben's death by his last wish. Oh, God.
it's that the launcher just isn't very good. Steam is so convenient. And I'm not talking about how it has a way bigger game library than Epic. I'm talking about its overlay while playing video games. As somebody with one monitor and a completionist, Steam offers a fantastic variety of digital gadgets that I can access anytime I click Shift and Tab. I can have a website open with every Dreamcatcher location in Red Dead 2 that I check every time I get to my next waypoint. I can manually change what each button on my controller does. I can find a community guide that can help me with an achievement. Steam has been around for over 20 years, and in this time, it's built a strong community that exists to help other people using the platform. If you're having a problem with a game, chances are there's already a few Steam forums on that subject. And if you don't have anybody to play with, chances are there's a Steam group surrounding the game you want to play. If you don't know whether a game is good or not, Steam reviews have your back. But if you go to the Epic Store to make a purchase and look for what people thought about the product, the only thing you can check is this vague 1 to 5 star system influenced by what the players thought out of 5. The problem—
I fucking hate Epic Game Store. I hate it. I really do. Maybe it's just because I'm so spoiled by Gaben and Steam, but goddammit, my Steam account is older than some of the people in chat. Yeah.
With the system is that
and it's also like you're just used to using Steam. Like, why change what's not broken, right? Like, I've always used Steam.
Work for YouTubers who can elaborate with a whole 8-minute video, but video games are so complex, from level design and storytelling to the controls and optimization, you can't just rank a game from 1 to 5. As someone with well over 100 games on Steam, user reviews have saved my ass multiple times. That warned me about certain computer parts that might not work well with the
this is
engine,
Alex,
or
isn't
just
it?
a dragged out story that loses its touch halfway through the game. On the Epic Games Store, Assassin's Creed Valhalla is rated 4.6 stars out of 5, and Red Dead Redemption 2 is rated 4.9. I hate to be that guy that's very sure about his opinion, but I am very sure in my opinion in believing that Assassin's Creed Valhalla is in no way only 0.3 stars worse than Red Dead 2. But how is someone—
I actually haven't played either, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. White Wolf says, I actually think Blizzard has the best looking launcher right now and it's easy to use. I don't mind the Blizzard launcher, but honestly, sometimes I get a bit lost in it. But even as someone that's done it for a while, I don't know. I don't like this. But again, like, Blizzard has this is just Blizzard games, right? It's just like, okay, you go here, there's Diablo, okay, there's Doom, Call of Duty, more, right? It's like, I mean, it's not a bad launcher, it's fine, but like, if you compare it to Steam, this is awesome, bro. You got all your games here, right? You got the store. I don't know, I love it. Community, Steam just works. It just fucking works. I can't navigate it, maybe I'm dumb. I'm having issues navigating the Battle.net launcher as well. It's okay, but I get launched. Maybe it's because I only really use the Battle.net launcher to launch WoW. That's it.
Using the service supposed
My old Warcraft 3 is so hidden, it's kind of a mess. Yeah. How the fuck is Doom there, by the way? I think it's because of what the fuck is it? Not Microsoft. I guess Microsoft. I don't know. Oh, my brain. I'm lagging. Activision. Yeah, I couldn't find the word. Sorry. Activision and Microsoft and stuff like that. Yeah. Bought by Bethesda. Microsoft owns Bethesda, yeah.
know that because there's nothing to base it on other than what the stars say. Steam also heavily encourages player customization, which makes playing games through Steam even more worth it. Because if you get a really cool or rare achievement, you can display it on your profile.
Oh yeah.
Or when you get a smexy screenshot, you can slap it on your page. And some games offer exclusive
I've never really done
profile
this.
picture and background displays that make you want to play for those bonuses. I think it's amazing there's even a user-oriented marketplace, like how in PUBG, if you don't like a shirt you got, chances are another player will, so you can throw it on the marketplace and get a few cents from it. Then
Wait, is it also... Yeah, I guess it's through Steam that they do freaking CSGO knives, right? Holy fuck. No wonder Gaben is a billionaire.
you go back to the Epic Games launcher to check on your friend, and there's nothing to that person except a username. But Steam gives everybody a sense of true individuality, which is without a doubt great to have, and unlike PlayStation, which makes you pay to change your username, or Nintendo
So
that
dumb.
barely lets you express yourself on your profile, it's probably the best gaming platform for customization. But even though Steam is awesome for consumers, it's clearly not as awesome for developers.
Okay.
So naturally, a lot of AAA studios pulled away from Steam and instead released their games on Epic or even their own launchers. When Ubisoft publicly announced they wouldn't be releasing Tom Clancy's The Division 2 on Steam and would be releasing it on their own launcher in Epic, they claimed, "We entrust Epic to deliver a smooth journey for our fans, from pre-ordering the game and enjoying our beta to the launch." Epic continues to disrupt the video game industry, and their third-party digital distribution model is the latest example, and something Ubisoft wants to support. Electronic Arts for a long time didn't have their games on Steam as well, but that wasn't because of Epic Games being a superior platform. It was because EA wanted to push microtransactions and didn't want Valve taking a 30% cut
Yep,
from each one.
it's all
While both
about the
companies
money.
At one point weren't releasing their games on Steam. If you check the store today, you'll find pretty much every single one of their titles up for sale. So what the hell happened? Call of Duty Modern Warfare from 2019 didn't release on Steam and instead was up for sale on Blizzard's launcher Battle.net. Modern Warfare...
Dude, I still find it so fucking weird having COD on the BNet launcher. I don't know what it is, but it just looks weird. It looks weird having it on BNet, but yeah, I don't know.
2019 reached $1 billion in sales revenue after 54 days of being out.
And
Call
Doom?
of Duty Modern Warfare 2 from 2022, which was released on Steam, 2, reached the same sales number
Destiny,
10 days after launch. Ubisoft's newest game, Assassin's Creed Shadows, is, as of March 22nd, 2025, sitting right under CSGO in the top sellers section of the store. And considering Counter-Strike is a free game, that's pretty damn impressive. And for the last 5 years or so, PlayStation exclusives that would never have seen the light of day on PC have been launched on Steam, and Xbox also jumped on that train as well.
They're just realizing there's more money in it.
Game on PC. The numbers say it all. It doesn't matter if Epic Games takes a 12% cut opposed to 30. Steam is such a popular platform among consumers that developers will make more money releasing their games on Steam no matter what. Because
It's worth it taking that extra cut of your money just to have your game on Steam, because Steam is so freaking, like, it's such a powerhouse that it doesn't even matter if you make less money per sale. You're just gonna make way more sales, you know? Can't say COD without saying classic Blizzard. Oh god.
face it, it's for consumers.
Eventually Steam will even fail. I mean, nothing lasts forever. And maybe one day there will be a new powerhouse in terms of this, but I just don't see currently a world where Steam is not the forefront of games in terms of like a game launcher on PC. It's so hard to beat it. As long as it's so convenient, the support, like the money, and like even for publishers, diamonds are forever. Yeah, maybe Steam is the diamond. You know, the competition is just so far behind. There's nothing even close. All right.
An awesome service. The other day I was browsing Steam and I saw a bundle of 4 games.
What support? Bro, the Steam is pretty hot, dude. Man, I've had a lot of games where like I didn't like them, I refunded them or whatever, and it gets refunded like literally on the day. You know, it's pretty good. If there's anything that will dethrone Steam, it will be an underhanded, shady, scummy shit with some bullshit law being lobbied and bribed through some hostile takeover. Yeah, I don't know, maybe, but at the moment I still don't see any way that's gonna happen. Microsoft wanted to compete with their store, that's how OS and the deck was born. Yeah, I bought the Division 2 on the Ubi store when it came out. I just got back into it a few weeks ago, and my god, that store is so horrible. It's come to a point where I'm considering buying it on Steam just to get rid of that Ubi store crap. Yeah, I know. It's insane.
That were 25% off if you bought them through a package. Well, 6 years ago, I had already purchased 3 of the 4 games individually, but because I hadn't bought the 4th game, I could still buy it through that bundle for 25% off, shifting the price.
Bundles are fucking hot on Steam too, bro. You can get some fire sales.
From
for
a
real.
steep $80 to a much more agreeable $60. This is such an unnecessary but wonderful feature for customers to have. Valve does not need to push discounts this much to be massively successful, but they do just because Steam's that kind of
That's awesome, Jay.
Every few months there will be a new huge sale where almost every video game over 4 years of age goes under $40 in Canada, and Valve games usually go for less than $2. And hell, for the anniversaries, they gave them away for free. Steam has even banned games that force players to watch ads before progressing, like a lot of mobile games do.
Dude, this is what I mean, bro. Like, dude, this is just, it's a company for gamers. You know, a lot of companies, you can tell, like, okay, they're just pushing microtransactions, they're pushing, like, this is, it's for gamers, man. Like, it's for the people, bro. Like, that's so awesome.
Valve could have easily taken 30% of the ad revenue, but instead they banned the practice altogether just because of how inconvenient it is for the player. While Steam certainly takes a sizable chunk out of the developer's
huge,
pocket when it comes to game sales, I'm happy that out of all the services that could be the top dog, it's Steam. Because Valve is setting a standard of what a marketplace should be. Think about
Man, this is making me want to replay Half-Life. I played Half-Life for the first time like 7 years ago. It was fucking awesome.
Nintendo that never puts their games on sale and charges a monthly fee if you want
I don't remember much of it.
Titles, instead of just archiving them in the eShop. Imagine if they were behind the biggest digital game store in the world. It would be way different because the fact is, the one on top influences everyone else. Fortnite didn't invent the Battle Pass, but it sure as hell wasn't a coincidence that after Fortnite implemented the seasonal leveling system, a lot of other games added their own, including massive companies like Rockstar with the Outlaw Pass and Red Dead Online.
Yeah, you can say what you want about Fortnite and all that shit if you hate it or love it, but Fortnite revolutionized a lot of gaming, whether that's for the better or for the worse. Fortnite definitely changed a lot of the future of gaming for sure. Fortnite Battle Pass was so good to players. It was like the first Omega mainstream like stuff. Like, it was insane with Ninja and all that shit. It's crazy. Okay. Do you know what Fortnite was initially before it became Battle Royale? I don't know. Nope, I don't know.
Live launched in 2002, offering an online multiplayer console experience if you paid $50 a year. And prior to this, online gaming on PC at least was completely free, and thank God it still is, because now PlayStation and Nintendo also capitalized big time on paid multiplayer because of Xbox's influence in the early 2000s. It's like Valve is given every opportunity to monetize their products to the brim like every other gaming company is doing right now, but they don't, which allows them to stand out in the corporate world. It also helps that Valve's hiring process is very unique in that they don't offer internships or junior positions. They exclusively hire professionals in their field, so the employees can take charge of whatever they're best at. So there's a reason why Half-Life stood out when it came to physics in the early 2000s, because the game was made by computer wizards who knew everything they needed to create an authentic physics-based shooter. Steam is run by marketing professionals who do what they believe is best based on pure experience. Unlike most companies, Valve has no pressure from shareholders, meaning there's no external investments going into Steam,
they're private
games, or hardware. It's all entirely in-house, and the only people who get stock options for Valve are the employees themselves, which gives each—
That's actually so fucking huge, because I feel like the reason why a lot of like games and companies these days kind of fall short is because they're pushed by investors to like get a good quarter. Okay, quarter 2 is coming up soon, we gotta release now, right? Like, even though it's not fully ready to ship, they do it anyway just to make the quarter better, right? To get the earnings in.
Member a small piece of the company. So naturally, every single one of them wants the company to be at its best all the time. The fact is, when you treat your employees well and give them the creative freedom they deserve, whatever your company puts out is going to be amazing, and Valve is living proof of that. My favorite example of Valve as a company standing out in the game industry was in 2004 when Eric Wolpaw was diagnosed with ulcerative colitis. With something that bad, he thought he'd have to leave the company. So he spoke with the CEO of Valve, Gabe Newell, about it. Not only did Gabe give him paid leave, but he also left him his spot in the company on the condition that he takes the time he needs to recover. To quote what Gabe said to him himself, "Your job is to get better. That is your job description at Valve. So go home to your wife
Dude.
and come back when you are better. This kind of generosity in the
sick.
corporate world, especially from businesses that are self-funded, is extremely rare. And after recovering from his sickness, he worked as the head writer for Portal 2, which, as we all know, was a massive success.
Yeah, dude, treat your employees well, treat your people well, and they'll treat you well too, man. It goes hand in hand. It's so awesome seeing a big company like this actually be ethical and treat their employees well and shit. And that's why they're so big, and that's why they're the giant, right?
Alright, this video is about Steam. With a platform like Steam, with over 100 million people using it every month, like I said at the start of the video, you'd think the customer service would be pretty lackluster because of the amount of traffic the employees would be dealing with. Which, by the way, in total is between 300 to 500 people. And roughly, only 70 of those people are in the Steam department. Damn. Most people, including myself, have had overwhelmingly positive experiences with Steam support. Refunds are easy, bug reports get taken seriously, and I even had a friend whose account got hacked once, and in 2 hours he had his account back with no other issues. Steam can't be beat because it's a staple of what a digital market should be. And if Valve continues to run with their current values in business, I'm sure that Steam will continue to set an example and keep the industry from diving into a complete anti-consumer market like all these other companies seem to be catering towards. But what do you guys think about all this? Do you like Steam? Do you hate Steam? Let me know in the comments below and I'll check them out as soon as I possibly can. As always, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. This was awesome. And make sure to have a good one.
You look worse than I feel. What are you doing that for? What are you doing?
That was a good video, man. I just wanted to watch this, guys. It felt like a pretty good segue in from the Nintendo talk, right? So check out the video here, guys. This is made by a guy called Justin. Awesome channel, awesome video. And frankly, it was just interesting to watch with you guys. So there it is.